Hey YouTube, Christo here. Got another review for you already. And actually I didn't even do a review on one that I was planning on. It just kind of came to me. Something I've been I've had for a while, and I don't know why. I really don't know why I chose to review it today, but it worked out, so I did it. This is Dolce & Gabbana D&G Anthology number 6, L'AMOUREX. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this. It's not too off the beaten track like some of my reviews, but I wanted to review this for a reason. I'll get to that a bit later. So info on this. This was created in 2009, and I actually cannot find a perfume. I looked and there's none listed, which might be a bit of a foreshadow for the review. I don't know, nobody, as far as I can tell, nobody's put their name to this. Maybe you guys know, I don't know, I can't find anyone. Obviously somebody made it. Alright, now, if you're not familiar, D&G released an anthology series in 2009. There were 6 bottles, and all of them were based on tarot cards. Each number represented a different tarot card. It doesn't mean that's the number in the series. It just means that it represents a tarot card. L'Amoureux means the lovers, so that's card number 6. I'm not really into tarot cards, but I did my research. Now, there were originally 6 in the series. There was number 1, 3, 6, 10, 11, and 18. And a lot of people are under the impression that these are all unisex. Fragrantica definitely has them listed as unisex, and that is wrong. If you go to the D&G website, it will have them listed as I listed them there. 1, 6, 11 are for men. 3, 10, and 18 are for women, and there are 2 that either have just been released or will be released in the near future. 1 for men, 1 for women. Now, each bottle has the same basic size and shape, dimensions, but the juice inside is slightly different. This one's kind of a very faint yellow color. And usually I don't show the box, but I do really like the boxes on these. They're all the same, except obviously the title's different there. Very nice box, I like the very minimal. Same with the bottle, I really like the bottle as well. Very minimal, nice, sturdy, pretty good sprayer and everything on it. Now, the Anthology series had a supermodel angle, and each of the first 6 scents at least was promoted by a different model. This one specifically was promoted by Noah Mills. I honestly have no idea who he is, and I'm kind of glad I don't. I don't know, I really don't know who he is at all. Anyways, one thing I wanted to point out as well, there is a difference between D&G and Dolce & Gabbana. D&G is the kind of lower end, more casual streetwear, whereas Dolce & Gabbana is more high end. It's usually more fashionable, more trendy, much more expensive. Kind of similar to Armani. You've got Emporio Armani, and you've got Armani Exchange being the cheaper, kind of street fashion, and Emporio being the higher end, more sophisticated range. So that's the difference, and this is D&G. So all the Dolce & Gabbana perfumes, men and women, some are D&G, some are Dolce & Gabbana. Alright, anyways, this is listed as a woody spicy, and I think that fits well. I think it is, it's got lots of woods, lots of spice. The notes are spices, bergamot, juniper berries, pink pepper, cardamom, birch, orris root, musk, and woody notes. Now this is without a perfume pyramid. It's very linear, and I think it's pretty well reflected in the actual scent of the perfume. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know that I've got the dry down on this side, and I'm going to give you guys an opening spray right there. So, straight off the bat, it's quite sweet. You can definitely tell the juniper berries are there. You can also tell right away it's very synthetic. I get a real strange waxy feeling. Smells like candle wax or something. I don't know how to describe it. You can tell there's wood there, you can tell there's spice there, but honestly, there's not a heck of a lot different from the opening to the dry down, other than the sweetness of the juniper berries does seem to have kind of evaporated already. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. There's not much development in this, like I said, it's fairly linear. Now, to me, predominant notes are wood and spice. I can pick up definitely birch in it, which is kind of a unique note. Birch is something that's pretty easy to pick out. Juniper at the opening, but it's not really there after the dry down. What does this remind me of? This reminds me of like a cheap no-name splash cologne or body spray that you would get at Walmart or the drugstore, the chemist or whatever. And honestly, when I first bought this, it took me a little while to realize what it reminded me of, but it reminds me of like a really cheap imitation of Chanel Allure Homme. The woodiness and the spiciness, I don't know, something about it, that's what it reminded me of. And even now that I've tried both of them quite a lot and side to side, I can definitely say it's the best way I would describe that as. Now, price range for this one. If you haven't already been put off yet, the price range is probably going to put you off even more. When this was first released, these were going for about $80 a bottle for 100 ml. I paid about $55 for mine, but if you look around on the internet, they are starting to go on sale. Prices are going down dramatically. If you look around, you can get small bottles for maybe 20 to 30 and large bottles for maybe 30 to 40. If you buy this in a retailer, like in a department store, you're probably going to pay upwards of 80 or more. But seriously, if you're thinking about this or any in the series, you can get them much cheaper now. Longevity for this one, I get about average or even below 4 to 6 hours, and that's about it. Nothing impressive at all. The only one in the series I've tried that has good longevity is number 10, and that's actually my favorite, and it's women's. Projection, average or below, nothing special. You might smell it around yourself, and others might smell it around you for about an hour, maybe 2 maximum. That's it. Nothing special. Season, I'm gonna say this wouldn't be bad for any season. It's not too strong, so you could wear it in the warmer months, but it's not too weak. You could actually wear it in the fall. Winter, I don't know, it might just get lost in the winter air, but I think maybe spring or fall transitional season might be the best. Occasion, man, I don't know, it's hard to say. I would say it's not sophisticated or classy enough for, you know, like a formal or semi-formal occasion, date or business. But on the other hand, it's woody spicy, so it's not really ideal for casual. Work, it might work well at work. It's not offensive, it's not strong, it's pretty straightforward, so I think this might do well for work. Casual date maybe, you know, movies, you know, nice dinner or something. That's about it. I don't know, it's a hard one to peg. Age group for this one. It is a woody spicy, but I'm gonna put this a little younger. I'm gonna say kind of 20, experience 20 to up to 30. I think if you're over 30 and you want something, you know, a little more mature, might not do it. The juniper berry is a bit strong at the beginning, but it's not too spicy that, you know, maybe a younger fellow would buy it. I don't know, kind of in limbo in a few categories here personally, in my opinion. It's a real hard one to peg just because it is so sub-mediocre. Positive, what's positive? Well, I like the bottle, I like the box. It's got average longevity, and that's pushing it, I don't know. One good thing, I guess, if you really do like Dolce & Gabbana, if you are a bit of a brand whore, you can get these for pretty cheap now, you know, just to say you've got Dolce & Gabbana or D&G. Negative, well, where do I start? It's simple, it's boring, it's synthetic, it's linear, it can be very expensive, and absolutely without a doubt there was way too much focus put on the supermodels on this one. They spent, you know, way too much of their budget hiring supermodels to pose naked for this, as opposed to putting money into hiring, you know, someone to do a good job on the actual bottle or on the actual perfume itself. I think it's such a disaster what they did. They really should have put more money into developing the scent as opposed to the people selling it. Yeah, and I think maybe this could be seen as kind of a lame attempt at a private collection, you know, the private collections like the high-end Tom Ford and Dior and Armani private collections, just to name a few. I think this might have been a pretty lame attempt at one of those. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was, but you know, that's possibly what my take is. Recommendation. Honestly, the only real strong recommendation I can make for this is a collector. You know, series do make good collections. So, you know, if you want to have, you know, 6 bottles in your collection that are all different from the same anthology, okay. Other than that, maybe if you're looking to get into something more mature, if you're younger, you know, early 20s, maybe this would be good to try to get into something woody, spicy. But on the other hand, you know, there are perfumes out there that are way better woody spices that you can get for much cheaper than this. I wanted to review this solely because there are virtually no anthology reviews on YouTube of this, and I think, you know, some people should kind of make people aware of what this really is, because there are pretty bad reviews for it, but there are some really good reviews, and you know, I really wanted, you know, get people aware of this. You know, if you guys are working hard saving your money and you drop 80 bucks on this, you know, there's a lot better stuff you can get for the price. So definitely, without a doubt, D&G L'AMOUREUX number 6. Yeah, it was in my Sacco Shit series, so you know, that tells you what it is. I can't recommend it at all, not for a blind buy. If you can get it for 20 bucks, grab it, but that's about it. I want to hear what you guys think. Leave me comments and tell me what you guys think of the anthology series. Do you guys like L'AMOUREUX, or maybe, you know, what is your favorite in the series, or maybe you think the whole series is rubbish? I don't know. Leave some comments, and you know, let's see what everybody thinks. So cheers guys, and I'll see you again very soon.